the raindrops tumble all around. Heaven opens a magic lane. When all the clouds darken up the skyway, there's a rainbow highway to be found, leading from your window pane to a place behind the sun, just a step beyond the rain. The rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I've heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me, somewhere over the rainbow sky. Bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh why can't I? Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh why can't I? If happy little bluebirds fly above the rainbow, why, oh why can't I?
Good morning. Beautiful day out there, isn't it? So I'd like to welcome you to Unity of Bellingham on this beautiful Sunday morning, and then also to those that are watching online. We appreciate you very much as well. Thank you for joining. In the beginning was the one presence of the undivided and unmanifest pure spirit of life, light, and love. In its generosity, it shared itself, its consciousness, its love in the visible form of creation. We acknowledge this presence within us and as us, the creative energy of the divine feminine and masculine expressing in all our giftedness and creativity. We acknowledge this in our companion, Mother Earth, in all sentient beings. This universal presence in everything we call the Christ. We light this candle as a visible reminder of the Christ presence expressing in, as, and through us, this present moment now. It is the truth. Let us own it.
Today is a new day in my life, and I am free to release the past. I am filled with new inspiration for the endless possibilities. Today I make a new start, tuning my heart to the loving wisdom of God. So now I let go, let all of my old worries go. And this is what I choose to say. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Wow, we could do that for a long time. Yeah, that's fun. So welcome again to Unity of Bellingham. I'm Shari Humes. I'm your platform assistant today. And we have for our guest speaker, we have Nina Clark, right? Sorry, I knew your first name. Oh, there it is right there, Nina Clark. Hi, Nina. So I have, let's see, a few things. One, our music ministry is Quiet Fire, yes? So fun. Just a couple announcements, and then, or actually first, do we have anybody here for the first time today? No, maybe online we do. And if you are online for the first time, we welcome you and we say hello, and please join us anytime. We're a fun group. So, and then a couple of announcements. The first, since we just heard from Quiet Fire, I think this is a great segue. Whatcom Sound Jazz presents the Marvelous Music in May, and this is going to be, we'll have Diane and Marcia both. You'll see a flyer for this, probably in the foyer, and it's Sunday, May 15th at 3 p.m. at Bellwood Acres. And if you haven't been to Bellwood Acres, it's a great facility. It's really fun there, but it's going to be fantastic music. So I encourage you to look for the flyer in the foyer. May 28th, spring cleaning. Now I know that doesn't sound like a lot of fun, but it's the old saying of lots of hands make merry, so the more of us that join in on the cleaning, the more fun it's going to be and the quicker the job will get done. So we invite you to come on May 28th and help out with the spring cleaning that we're going to be doing. Rickie is back in the house. We're going to have Komyo Rickie with Jeremy and group on the first and third Wednesdays of each month. And so you can find some more information about that. It doesn't say what time that's going to be, but 6:30? Oh, perfect. Okay, so 6:30, first and third Wednesday of each month. And you can come and enjoy that relaxation and healing. And let's see, I think I had one more. Women in Unity are coming back with a high tea celebration, so this would be kind of fun. This would be May 12th at 11:45, and so it's to celebrate Mother's Day. So if you can join high tea, that would be great. That's May 12th at 11:45. It says 11:45 in the flyer. So maybe we'll. Oh. Janae says it's 11:45, so. Okay. And that's it for announcements. So to come back again, for all of you that are here, or anyone new to Unity, that wherever you are on your spiritual path, you're always welcome here. And so we thank you for being here very much. We're going to take a few minutes to stand if we want to, or wave. I think it's up to you if you want to shake hands or hug if you're up to that at this point. So take a few moments to greet your neighbor. Yeah. Okay, well, that's fun. So I'm going to bring you back together, and we're going to be saying our 5 principles together. So if you take a moment to become centered, take maybe a deep breath. and together. God is good and present in all things. The holiness of God is my own true nature. I am creating my experiences by how I think. My thinking is guided by my daily affirmative prayers and affirmative actions. I follow and am sustained by these values in every way, every day, and so it is. And now, as we prepare for our time of reflection and meditation, please hold the words of this meditation hymn quietly in your heart.
When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray.
I invite you to begin to relax into this time of meditation. Take a few moments to settle yourself. Begin to follow your breath. Feel the air as you breathe in Feel relaxation spread through your body as you release your breath. Continue to breathe and relax, calming your body and your mind. Feel the pleasure and ease of relaxation. Breathe in. faith, hope, love. Abide by these three, but know the greatest of the three is love. We are the reflection of the one, of Spirit Divine, who loves fully, completely, deeply each of us. Breathe in. Accept the love that is ever present for you. Spirit loves you for you. You are love, an expression of love and light. An expression of Source Divine. Breathe in. Feel the warmth, the gentle joy of breathing with Source Divine. The infinite love of Source Divine is woven into your being. Every cell of your body is love in action. Spirit is love. You are love. Breathe in. You are a beautiful soul powered by the love of the divine. Allow this truth, you are love, powered by the love of Source Divine, and as you breathe, feel the tingle in every cell as you join with the One. All is possible with love. When you feel challenged, invite love. If you're tired, invite love. When you want more hope, invite love. Breathe in. Just for this moment, embrace the abundant flow of love into your body. Divine love, nourishing, refreshing, soothing. Place your hand on your heart and say to yourself, I am love. Spirit divine loves me. As we return from meditation, know you can feel the warmth, the gentle love of Spirit any moment you choose. You are love in action, and so it is. Amen.
When you can't walk with the chains on your soul, the burden's too heavy, run out of road, you're praying out loud, stumbling through the rain and snow. I'll walk out and find you, I'll carry you home. Carry you home, carry you home. Rest your heart easy, carry you home. When you can't speak, 'cause the words are too strong, every time that you try, just comes out all wrong. Your heart's screaming out, but no one can hear your song. I'll sing it for you, I'll carry you home. Carry you home, carry you home. Rest your heart easy, carry you home.
So wander this world now, fearless and free. Climb every mountain, sail every sea. But if you get lost out in the great unknown, Spirit will find you and carry you home. Carry you home, carry you home. Rest your heart easy, carry you home. Carry you home, carry you home. Rest your heart easy, Spirit will carry you home.
Good morning. Good morning, Unity of Bellingham. I love coming up here. You guys are awesome. So good to see your faces this morning. And it's so good to know that there are others joining us online. Thank you also for being here this morning. And thank you for that meditation. Wow, that was beautiful. Thank you. Oh. So a friend of mine posted this on their Facebook page the other day, and I'd like to read it to you. It says, "Dear human, you've got it all wrong. You didn't come here to master unconditional love. This is where you came from and where you'll return. You came here to learn personal love, universal love, messy love, sweaty love, crazy love, broken love, whole love, infused with divinity, lived through the grace of stumbling, demonstrated through the beauty of messing up, often. You didn't come here to be perfect, you already are. You came here to be gorgeously human, flawed and fabulous, and rising again into remembering. But unconditional love? Stop telling that story. Love and truth doesn't need any adjectives. It doesn't require modifiers. It doesn't require the condition of perfection. It only asks you to show up and do your best, that you stay present and feel fully, that you shine and fly and laugh and cry and hurt and heal and fall and get back up and play and work and live and die as you. It's enough. It's plenty. And that was written by Courtney Walsh. So isn't it one of those posts that just grab you? Or at least they grabbed me. I heard a little spotty talk out there that sounded like it grabbed you too. Love doesn't need adjectives. Yes. Messy love. Yes. Broken love. Crazy love. Yes. Infused with divinity. Yes. Stay present and feel fully. Yes. Like. Heart. Huggy heart. You know, the Facebook thing. But then as I went to add my heart to the list, something stopped me. So I went back and read it again. You didn't come here to master unconditional love. And I read it again. But unconditional love, stop telling that story. And once more, it, love, doesn't require the condition of perfection. And there it is. Unconditional love is thought to be perfect love. And I think that many, if not most of us, do hold that connotation. And I know I did when I first gave it any thought. It's one of those phrases that gets tossed around a lot. And I wonder if we don't just assume that we know what it means. When I've heard others speak about unconditional love, it sounded similar to what I thought. And it goes something like this. Unconditional love is something that God does and something we should aspire to. We should strive to love each other unconditionally. It's a kind of global kind of love, a spread on butter thickly on bread kind of love, a brotherly love, a kind of spiritual blanket of love, a general spread it all over the world kind of love. And we can unconditionally love a group of people or someone or all of humanity, but at the same time, not really like them. It's not easy and probably not possible for most of us, for most of all not human beings. And to get it right, we kind of have to be way up on the spiritual ladder, like Jesus or Buddha or the Dalai Lama or someone like Thich Nhat Hanh. But is that true? And the thought rose up in me that maybe, just maybe, we misunderstand what unconditional love is. And then I thought, maybe, just maybe, I misunderstood what unconditional love was. And so I went and looked it up. And I found a lot of songs. And then Wikipedia had this to say: unconditional love is known as affection without any limitations or love without conditions. This term is often associated with other terms such as true altruism or complete love. Each area of expertise has a certain way of describing unconditional love, but most will agree that it is a type of love which has no bounds and is unchanging. In Christianity, the term unconditional love may be used to indicate God's love for a person irrespective of that person's love for God. Our Yoruba, it's a hard word to say, Yoruba priest wrote, God's love is unconditional, but God also has expectations and requirements. God doesn't stop loving us, but is not happy and expects us to continue to strive to do better next time. And I found a lot of articles with titles like, What It Means to Love Someone Unconditionally, with advice from people like licensed marriage and family therapist Elizabeth Earnshaw, who writes that unconditional love is a weighty term for something that most of us really don't understand. And I found it's often used to express a type of love that exists beyond bounds. And in the next article, the term unconditional love does not mean love without limits or bounds. It means I offer you my love freely without condition. This means that when we offer our love, we offer it without expectation of repayment. I found questions like, is unconditional love healthy? And some admonishments to be careful because unconditional love should have strong boundaries. And I found advice from people like Stephen Post, president of the Institute for Research on Unlimited Love, who wrote that love isn't merely some altruistic action or duty. The unlimited type has to do with a real warmth that generally includes a sense of joy. And mother love is often associated with unconditional love, but another article is quick to point out that not all mothers love their children unconditionally, and in fact, many of us spend years in therapy because of this. And finally, the statement that unconditional love goes against human nature. It's a noble ideal, but it doesn't really pass the reality test, and because love requires reciprocity. So it's no wonder that there's confusion about what unconditional love is. But what if it's not that complicated? So let's break it down. Unconditional means without condition or without conditions. It means without an agenda, without trying to change it, without strings attached. Love. What is love anyway? We talk about it, we sing about it, we write pretty poetry about it. Is it that warm, gushy feeling we get in our hearts when we look at someone we love? Or that squeaky, high, warm fuzzy we get when we see a baby kitten, a bunny, a bird, a baby anything? We say we love things like pizza or our favorite pair of faded blue jeans. I read that love is a verb. It's something we do. It's active, not passive. I read that love is a noun. I read that love is a profoundly tender, passionate affection for another person, or a feeling of warm personal attachment or deep affection, as for a parent, a child, or a friend, or sexual passion or desire. And I read that Sanskrit has 96 words for love. And I also read that love is really just a bunch of chemicals floating around in our body systems. I read a lot of things that use the word love as if we should already know what it means. And I'm sure you have your ideas or definitions of what love is and what unconditional love. But if I may, I'd like to share with you where I am at with unconditional love at this juncture in my growth, just because I happen to be standing up here today. I'd like to open up that by sharing with you something that happened to me when my grandmother made her transition. And I'm not going to paint the whole scene, so no concerns, although it was super serene, because I want to be careful to not trigger anything for anybody today. But at the moment my grandmother passed, it felt like the veil between this world and the other side thinned or was parted. And this pure, amazing light, this energy poured into the room towards my grandmother as she lay on her bed. And I was standing by her side holding her hand when this happened. And poured. Words are so hard here. I say it poured, but really it was suddenly just there, thick and rich and bright. Pure presence. It was like the most fabulous rush of all is absolutely perfectly well, and you are absolutely perfect, just the way that you are. It was like that which I truly am, me, became effortlessly, fully present, simply by being in the presence of this presence. And it was the most beautiful, power-filled, love-filled, joy-filled, peace-filled moment in my life. I had an experience, a felt experience of who I was. Not the identity that I had gathered as I lived this physical life, but a felt experience of who I was, who I am. And until recently, when I thought about that experience, I called it a rush of unconditional love. But at this point in my evolution, I've come to call it unconditional presence. And for me, at least at this point, I think that they're the same thing. And we say it here in New Thought, don't we? There is just one life, one power, one presence. God is presence, and God is love, is peace, is wisdom, and we are expressions or individuations of God. Thus we are expressions or individuations of presence. We are presence. God is love, and thus presence is love. We are love. And in the experience of my grandmother's transition, this energy wasn't doing anything to me. It didn't feel like it was loving me or accepting me or affirming me. It was just being. It was just there, utterly and completely just there. And what it felt like happened to me, that because I'm an emanation of it, I experienced who I really am in its presence, just by being there. I had an experience of my own wholeness, and it was pure joy and utter delight, pure harmony. I was immersed in it like an ocean. All of my protection just melted away in a flash, and I was whole, and all was just fine, just the way that it was. And it was better than fine. It was exactly as it should be. And maybe this is what love is. I don't know. No words really to describe, which might be why we can find just about every description out there. It ended up being a felt experience. I was whole, and it lit me up with this crazy joy. But it arose out of an experience of being in this felt presence. So maybe unconditional love is a felt experience of being unconditionally present, of being unconditionally presence. Presence without condition. That's where I stand at this moment. It's a felt experience that doesn't lend itself easily to description, and maybe it feels a little bit different for each one of us. When we practice being gently and unconditionally with ourselves, just the way that we are, or with another, just the way that they are, or with life just the way that it is, without judgment, without an agenda, just being with. We are being unconditionally presence. We are being love without condition. Divine? Yes. And also so very human. We get to be unconditionally present with being human. And this sets us free. The Reverend Angel Kyoto Williams says that love is space. It is developing our own capacity for spaciousness within ourselves to allow others to be as they are. That is love. And that doesn't mean that we don't have hopes or wishes that things are changed or shifted, but that to come from a place of love is to be in acceptance of what is, even in the face of moving it towards something that is more whole, more just, more spacious for all of us. And this sounds to me like another way of saying being presence with ourselves and each other. I took a workshop called The Sacred Art of Listening years ago while at the Parliament of World Religions, and the presenter said that listening is so close to love that most people don't know the difference. And I would add to that being heard is so close to feeling loved that most people can't distinguish the difference. And this is about being unconditionally present with another. Being presence unconditionally feels like love because I think they're one and the same. So from the opening poem, you didn't come here to master unconditional love. But unconditional love? Stop telling that story. You see, I think we did come here to master unconditional love. Unconditional love in human form. But I think that maybe, just maybe, we've understood what unconditional love is. Maybe unconditional love is being unconditionally present with messy love, broken love, crazy love. Michael Brown, in his book, The Presence Process, writes, "One of the reasons we are given this life to live is so that we may discover what it means to love unconditionally. When we engage in the felt aspect of our human experience without placing any conditions on doing so, we are practicing unconditional love towards ourselves. By accomplishing this internally, we develop the capacity to be this way with everyone else, and we can then offer them the one abiding source of unconditional love, the ever-available embrace of our own conditionless and abiding inner presence." I think that in human form, unconditional love means that we practice being unconditionally present with what is. We don't resist it or judge it or try to change it. We just be with it without condition. And again, from Michael Brown, our journey into uncovering the nature of this great mystery called love, starts with being unconditional towards ourselves, by feeling what we are authentically feeling without judging the experience in any way, and without trying to fix, change, understand, heal, or transform it. And we are invited to appreciate our shared presence so that we may lovingly increase our awareness of it. We are also invited to appreciate all the facets of presence's expressions. And through appreciation, we simultaneously increase our awareness of the attributes of our shared presence: peace, innocence, unconditional love, and being consciously unified with all that is. So, So what? That's one of my favorite spiritual questions. So what? Unity's fifth tenet is about putting legs on the work that we do. And I think that's super important. So here's how powerful unconditional presence is. Many of you have likely heard of Daryl Davis. He's an African-American man who was responsible for the resignation of 200 members of the KKK, including Roger Kelly, an imperial wizard of the KKK. He never asked them to leave. He never tried to convince them to do so. In his TED Talk, Davis said, "I wasn't there to fight him. I was there to learn from him." Where does this ideology come from? He kept his mind open and he listened. He respected Kelly as another human being. He was unconditionally present with Roger Kelly. He didn't judge him and he didn't resist him. He asked questions and he listened. He was unconditionally present with another human being. He didn't agree with their ideology, but neither did he judge them as good or bad, but just was with them the way that they were. And 200 of them walked away. That's what unconditional love, unconditional presence is in practice. A Muslim woman, Dia Khan, she's a documentarian who's the creator of two films, one called White Right, Meeting the Enemy, and the other called Jihad, A Story of the Others. And she was motivated to create these films because of the harassment that she was getting from these two groups. So severe that the FBI told her to stay away from her windows. She decided to face her fear by sitting down with her so-called adversaries, jihadists and white supremacists, in order to understand them. And the way she gets through to them is by listening. She is present. I was going to say, author and podcaster Simon Sinek calls what she does extreme listening. And she is present without any other agenda other than understanding the people that hate her. In her words, my creative decision is to try and operate out of empathy. And she didn't need to be perfect at it. She said, and I quote, "I was actually very pessimistic when I began these projects. I just wanted to try something I had never tried before." You see, she'd tried hating them back and being angry and all of that. It wasn't working. She goes on, "It was never a consideration or a possibility that what happened would actually happen, that any of them would like me and I would like them, and that we would actually get along, and that someone would use the word friend for me." And it wasn't easy, and not everyone was receptive to her. And there were times when she was terrified. She was actually with them in Charlottesville. But she just kept showing up as presence. And as a result of her work, many people stepped away from their extremist affiliations. There is one life, one power, one presence. Presence is wisdom as well. And when we are unconditionally present with what is, without an agenda, getting our judgments and preferences out of the way, we make space for that capital W wisdom to know, to do what it knows how to do. Ernest Holmes, in his book, Effective Prayer, writes that love overcomes both hate and fear. However, love does not overcome hate and fear through controversy, argument, or force, but by a subtle power of transformation, transmutation, and sublimation. It is invisible in its essence, but apparent through its act. As light overcomes the darkness, as the presence of heat causes the coolness of a room to change until it is warm and comfortable, so the radiant action of love and peace dissipates fear, hate, and confusion. Love is the victor in every case. Love breaks down the iron bars of thought, shatters the walls of disbelief, severs the chain of bondage which thought had imposed, and sets the captive free. And if by love, in that quote, we mean unconditional presence, what I hear Holmes saying is, by being unconditionally present, love breaks down the iron bars of thought and sets the captive free. And I think these two stories of Daryl Davis and Dia Khan illustrate that fact. By being present without judgment and agenda, love and wisdom did what love and wisdom know exactly how to do. Does all of this seem too simple? Well, maybe it's not the whole answer, but it is, in my opinion, certainly a large part of the answer to doing our part to express more peace and wholeness in the world. Reverend Edward Viljoen said during his March 8th morning devotional, on the surface, our teaching can look like it's about positive thinking, but it goes much deeper than that. Our teaching is about intentional, conscious, present awareness living. We are the hands, we are the heart, and we are the voice of spirit in this world. And we can only do that when we embrace and are present with reality, present without condition, presence without condition. Thank you.
There, I think. I don't know. This is the first time I've done that. Liz is always so good at it. I thought I could be natural too, but okay. Oh, thank you, Nina. That was, wasn't that, don't you just feel the glow? Yeah. Thank you. It's time for offering, and so our ushers are already forward. And this is the time that we get to practice our abundance, our ability to share and be grateful for the abundance we have, and practice generosity. So as you take your offering in your hand, bring it to your heart and affirm to yourself, I give freely and joyfully, for God is my source, and I have abundance in all areas of my life. And our offertory blessing together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
We're going to share a song that I wrote, and when Reverend Nina used the phrase, "the thought rose up in me," that's exactly what happened with this song. It was the middle of the night, and I just knew I had to write this song about people who do hard things day after day, week after week, year after year, and they just do it. They're my heroes. So we've got my mom is verse 1, my friends JD and Becky are verse 2, and my grandma is verse 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. You might think it was easy doing what she did, 4 kids to raise and bills to pay, no way to win. She had a few demons of her own, struggling from within,
But when the chips were down, she looked around and she did what she had to do. Yes, when the chips were down, she looked around and she did what she had to do. This song's for the heroes in our midst, all shapes and sizes. But I'll tell you this, at the end of the day, they can say, when all is said and done, I started from square one and I did this. Yes, I started from square one and I did this. You might think it was easy doing what they did, a new business and no guarantee that the profits would come in. Some good advice and some bad breaks, and still they kept it up. When the chips were down, they looked around and they did what they had to do. Yes, when the chips were down, they looked around and they did what they had to do. This song's for the heroes in our midst, all shapes and sizes. But I'll tell you this, at the end of the day, they can say, when all is said and done, I started from square one and I did this. Oh yes, I started from square one and I did this.
Okay, here's Grandma.
You might think it was easy doing what she did, rode the rails and got a job all by the age of 10. She had a hard shell, but you could tell she'd lived quite the life. When the chips were down, she looked around and she did what she had to do. Yes, when the chips were down, she looked around and she did what she had to do. This song's for the heroes in our midst, all shapes and sizes. But I'll tell you this, at the end of the day, they can say, when all is said and done, I started from square one and I did this. Yes, I started from square one and I did this.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Okay. So we have outgoing four tithing. Checks going out. So, when two or more are gathered, then I am there as well. And when we gather as a community on a day such as this, we create a vibration of presence, of love, of abundance that is a blessing both to this community and to the world. And so let us join our hearts and minds together in this moment to bless these offerings and these tithes going out as representative, as material representative of the abundance, of the wisdom, of the love, of the presence of this community, blessing in ever-expanding, rippling waves out into the greater world. And so it is. You're welcome.
Good morning, everyone. I have a couple of announcements, extras. Today is the last day to sign up for the Prosperity Plus 3. I'll be pulling it after service. So this is your last chance because it takes up to 2 weeks to get the kit. So this will be the last time. So if you're waiting for the last minute to sign up, then do it today so that I can get your stuff ordered. Also, on May 20th, right? May 20th, that's a Friday, I hope. Okay, I come back on the 18th, right? Yeah. May 20th, we're having our first Divine Dine dinner here at the church. The board of directors are going to be your host. So we are doing a theme of the Roaring 20s. I know. So, and so you gotta look that up. You gotta dress the Roaring 20s, okay? So, also we're going to be doing an Italian food as of the Roaring 20s. So this is gonna be fun. It's gonna be great. So, and also it's gonna be a beautiful meet and greet, because there will be a board member that will be at each of the tables so you can get to know your board of directors. We're going to be setting a limit of about 35. So next Sunday you will have your sign-up sheet, but just wanted to get that out today so you can put it on your calendars for the 20th of May. More information about the time and the cost will be next week. Whoops. So any questions, just find me afterwards, okay? Okay, last chance. Thank you.
Okay, I'd love to talk just a little bit. I can't resist.
Yeah.
So I spent a week with Daryl Davis in April, like April 9th. He's on his spare time. He also played the piano. He's the boogeyman, and he was Chuck Berry's piano player for years until Chuck passed. So every single thing that I know about how to play boogie woogie came from Daryl Davis. So here you go.
Monday gave me the gift of love. Tuesday, peace came from above. Wednesday taught me to have more faith. And Thursday gave me a little more grace. Friday taught me what to say. Saturday taught me to watch and pray. Sunday gave me a power divine to let my little light shine. Please stand. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine.
Daryl Davis right there.
Okay, so let's do the prayer for protection, and we do include everyone, everywhere. The light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here today, everyone here and online. Now we'll do our closing song, which is I Choose Love.
Peace in my life is growing because I choose love. Love's always present, it's what I'm made of. I choose love. We are a part of each other. We are one tie that binds us, that can't be undone. I choose love. I choose love. Peace in my family is growing because I choose love. Let love be present, it's what we're made of. I choose love. We are a part of each other. We are one loving family, sharing one son. I choose love. I choose love. Peace for our planet is growing because I choose love. Let love be present, it's what we're made of. I choose love. We are a part of each other. We are one. One choice unites us. Let this be the one.